Hey guys, it's Carolyn again. I know that I already put up the first part of my book haul, my most recent one, the kids lit part, and I thought that I put up the adult lit part, but apparently I looked on my channel and it wasn't there, and then I looked in my videos and it also wasn't there. So apparently it didn't upload, but I thought it did, so I deleted the video. My bad. So, we're doing this over again. So yeah, these are the adult books that I've accumulated recently. All of them are library except for two of them that came in that I got like today. So, yeah. Well, I think, hang on. Oh, I lied. I have two more that I have to add to it. One sec. Okay, hi guys, sorry. Alright, I'm back. So, my bad. Let's get started. The first thing is I actually bought this from the library, and it's an audiobook. It's like my first audiobook that I've shown you guys. And it's Poirot Investigates by Agatha Christie, read by David Suchet. I have a bunch of Christie novels, but I haven't been able to find this one as a novel, because it's a bunch of short stories of Hercule Poirot, like mini cases, and David Suchet plays Poirot in the TV series, so I was just so incredibly excited, because I was like, oh my gosh, if he's reading it, it means he's going to use his awesome English voice for, like, reading most of it, but then he's going to put on the Hercule Poirot accent when he's being Poirot, so that's really cool. So yeah, I freaked out, and it was like $5, so I was like, done! So yeah, I'm gonna probably listen to this when I'm cleaning my room or something. So yeah, normally I'm not that big on audiobooks, but I'll listen to them while I'm cleaning my room, like I do that with, Harry Potter, so. Okay, actually, I'm going to save these two for last, because I'm mostly so excited about those, like, freaking out about those. Okay, first is A Northern Light by Jennifer Donnelly. Here, I guess I can read you guys the synopsis. It says, Maddie Goki has a word for everything. She collects words, stores them up as a way of fending off the hard truths of her life. The truths that she can't write down in stories. The fresh pain of her mother's death, the burden of raising her sisters while her father struggles over his broke back farm, the mad welter of feelings she has for handsome but dull Royal Loomis, who says he wants to marry her, and the secret dream that keeps her going, finishing high school, attending college in New York City, and becoming a writer. Yet, when the drowned body of a young woman turns up at the hotel where Maddie works, all of her words prove useless. But in the dead woman's desperate love letters, Maddie again finds her voice and a strength and determination to live her own life. That sounds awesome. Excited. These two I'm also very excited for. One of these I bought, and one of them is a library book. So first we have Tatiana and Alexander by Paulina Simons. This is the second book in the Bronze Horseman trilogy, and I haven't actually yet received the first one, so that's why I'm showing you guys number 2. And this one is The Summer Garden by Paulina Simons, which is the third one, and I got this from my oceanfront library. Or from my closest library, whatever. But yeah, I can't read you guys the synopses for these two because they are 2 and 3. So yeah, but, Katrina from Little Book Owl, just loves this trilogy. She's been reading it, and she was just raving about it, and I'm a huge historical fiction fan because I'm a history major, so I was like, hey, I've never read anything, historical fiction-y from Russia, so I'm gonna do it. Next is Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler. This is the first in the Bryant and May mystery series. And it says, a present-day bombing rips through London and claims the life of 80-year-old detective Arthur Bryant. For John May, it means the end of a partnership that lasted over half a century, and an eerie echo back to the Blitz of World War II, when they first met. Desperately searching for clues to the killer's identity, May finds his irascible old friend's notes of their very first case and becomes convinced that the past has returned with a killing vengeance. It was an investigation that plunged the fledgling detectives into a complex and lethal puzzle. It began when a dancer in a risque new production of Orpheus in Hell was found without her feet. In a city shaken by war, a faceless killer was stalking London's theaters, creating his own kind of sinister drama. And it would take Arthur Bryant's most unorthodox techniques and John May's dogged police work to catch a criminal whose ability to escape detection seemed almost supernatural. A murderer who, even decades later, seems to have claimed the life of one of them and is determined to claim the other. That sounds epic. But it also sounds like I might have to read it during the daytime. A little bit scary. Maybe not for most people. This is The Tea Rose by Jennifer Donnelly. It is I think this is a trilogy, but I'm not entirely sure because I think I read the synopsis for the second one and it was like a different person. But I'll read you guys this one, and I won't read you guys the two sequel ones because I don't want to spoil anything. Okay. East London, 1888. A city apart. A place of shadow and light where thieves, horrors, and dreamers mingle. Where children play in the cobbled streets by day and a killer stalks at night. Where bright hopes meet the darkest truths. Here, by the whispering waters of the Thames, Fiona Finnegan, a worker in a tea factory, hopes to own a shop one day, together with her lifelong love, John Bristow, a costermonger's son. With nothing but their faith in each other to spur them on, Fiona and Joe struggle, save, and sacrifice to achieve their dreams. But Fiona's life is shattered when the actions of a dark and brutal man take from her nearly everything and everyone she holds dear. Fearing her own death, she is forced to flee London for New York. There, her indomitable spirit propels her rise from a modest West Side shop, front to the top of Manhattan's tea trade. But Fiona's own ghosts do not rest quietly, and to silence them, she must venture back to the London of her childhood, where a deadly confrontation with her past becomes the key to her future. That just sounds awesome. Okay. Next we have The Winter Rose, also by Jennifer Donnelly. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and read this to you because it doesn't seem to spoil. It's like apparently not connected. I don't know. But it says, when India Selwyn Jones graduates from the London School of Medicine for Women in 1900, she is advised to set up her own practice in a fashionable neighborhood. Instead, the idealistic India chooses to work in the East End serving the poor. There, India meets Sid Malone, one of London's most notorious gangsters. Before long, an unpredictable, passionate, and bittersweet affair ensues. That sounds awesome. And the last one is The Wild Rose, also by Jennifer Donnelly. It says, it is London, 1914. World War I looms on the horizon. Women are fighting for the right to vote, and explorers are pushing the limits of endurance in the most forbidding corners of the earth. Into this volatile time, Jennifer Donnelly places her vivid and memorable characters. Willa Alden, a passionate mountain climber who lost her leg while summiting Kilimanjaro with Seamus Finnegan, and who will never forgive him for saving her life. Seamus Finnegan, a polar explorer who tries to forget Willa as he marries a beautiful young schoolteacher back home in England. Max von Brandt, a handsome German sophisticate who courts high society women but has a secret agenda in wartime London. That's really interesting. I didn't know that before I looked at these. But yeah, so that's fun. How many? Okay, we're good. Next up is The End of Mr. Y, which is by Scarlett Thomas. And it says, Ariel Manto has a fascination with The End of Mr. Y, a book no one alive has read, maybe because it's cursed and everyone related to it, or, the author, various book collectors, Ariel's doctoral advisor, disappears. But suddenly, she discovers a rare copy in a used bookstore. Using the book to follow in Mr. Y's footsteps, she falls into a trance and steps into the troposphere, a wonderland of an alternate dimension where she can travel through time and space using the thoughts of others. And so Ariel launches into a heart-racing, brain-teasing, time-twisting adventure of science, faith, consciousness, death, and everything in between. Yeah, I've been wanting to read that book for like a while. And then we have Our Tragic Universe, also by Scarlett Thomas. It says, Meg Carpenter is broke. Her novel is years overdue, so when a book called The Science of Living Forever lands on her desk, she jumps at the chance to review it, starting on a labyrinthine journey that takes her from the mysterious beasts of the moor to forest fairies to ships and bottles, New Age theories of everything to physics to narrative theory, and forces her to ask, does anyone really want to live forever? Our Tragic Universe finds connections where we didn't know they existed, breaks down conventions that keep us from our destinies, and it shows how we just might be able to rewrite our futures. That just... Yes! I'm so excited. And the last two up here are the two I'm most excited about. Town in Bloom and New Moon with the Old, Dodie Smith. I've been wanting these books forever, ever since Leslie from Words of a Reader just completely raved about them, because I am still, I know that I'm still not finished with I Capture the Castle, but it's just because I know it has a really depressing ending and I don't really want to read it, but everything up until this point has been great. Like, I love the way Dodie Smith writes, and after reading the synopsises for these two, I'm pretty sure I'm going to like this one better, but I'm so excited. Okay, I'll read you guys these real quick. Okay, we're fine. It says, as Mouse bluffs and charms her way into the engrossing affairs of the Crossway Theater, she meets handsome actor-manager Rex and young stage director Bryce. When, with her close friends Molly and Lillian, she shelters from a storm, the three girls meet rich, enigmatic Zell. And this leads to a momentous outing to a Suffolk village pageant. While dealing with the effects of first love, illicit relationships, and uncertain friendships, Mouse makes a series of difficult choices. Only when a reunion lunch makes her reflect on these does she realize how powerfully that shared summer affected them all. That sounds awesome. But this one sounded even better. This is when Jane Minton arrives at Dome House as a secretary/housekeeper. She is warmly welcomed into the eccentric country home of the Carrington family. Rupert, a preoccupied businessman, and his 4 unusual children. Richard, the eldest, is a composer. Claire dreams of courtly romance. Drew wants to be a writer, and Mary has her heart set on a career as an actress. Their idyllic existence is shattered when Rupert flees under a cloud, leaving Jane and the family struggling to make ends meet. One by one, the Carringtons flee the nest and search out unusual and resilient ways to adapt to the modern world. This just sounds amazing. Like, and look at that spine. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it's gorgeous, and I love how it has the moon with clouds. Like, that's beautiful. And then this one has a really pretty tree on it. Like, these books are just gorgeous. I'm so excited. So yes, that is my adult book haul recently. And And next up I will be doing my wrap-up and my TBR, so stay tuned for that. And I'm gonna go now because the video is getting long. But comment if you want on any of these, and don't forget to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.